Hey there. So it has been months probably since I've been live, and I wanted to take a little bit of time and kind of catch everybody up to speed on what I've been up to and what the future of coaching and this platform in general for me looks like, so that nobody's confused or anything like that. And I honestly have missed you guys. It's been a long time since I've been on here. So here I am. So a little bit of life update stuff here. I have partnered with James Swanwick and Alcohol Free Lifestyle and Project 90 because I've gotten to a point. So my life is more than just sobriety. It may not seem that way on the outside because the vast majority of the content that I produce is about sobriety. And yes, I'm a certified professional recovery coach, but realistically, I didn't just get sober to get sober. I mean, and this isn't a knock at AA, but that's not really why. It's really why I'm not big on AA. Is like I want more from my life. Not to say that people in AA don't have big, robust, vibrant lives, but it didn't feel that way for me. So I feel like I have become almost one-dimensional. On what this is actually my personal profile. It just has a lot of followers. It's not a page or anything like that. So I want to bring some of me to the table, not just sobriety, but like me and the things that I think and feel and do and that I'm interested in. So that's why I partnered with James Swanwick, because I can't take care of the whole audience by myself. I can't coach everybody. There are people that have applied for coaching that I can't take on, and I needed to figure out a way to kind of deal with the overflow. So we have a strategic partnership. They approached me, and it makes sense that when I have somebody that's applying for coaching, that I can point them in their direction, which allows me to work on some of the other things that I'm really interested in. So I'm not taking on nearly as many clients as I have in the past. I don't take more than one extra client a month, like a new client per month, and I'm no longer taking more than 10 at a time. I had my fitness coach. This is a really interesting story to me. I had fallen out of the gym for a little while, and I reached out to my fitness coach. Well, I didn't reach out to my fitness coach. I wanted to go to the gym, and I was like, man, I wish I had a coach still, because somebody to put together my workouts and hold me accountable and stuff was super duper nice. I didn't end up going to the gym that day because I didn't set up a workout plan. And my coach posted online asking if somebody knew how to use this piece of software that I use in all of my marketing. So I reached out to him. I said yes. He and I connect, and I help him solve some of the issues that he was having within the software. And the next thing I know, we're in a meeting, and he goes, "Why don't you do this for a living? Like, why are you just doing sobriety coaching? Like, you're so excited when you're talking about business and marketing, and you are very knowledgeable about this stuff. Why aren't you doing this?" And it was like this light bulb moment where I learned that I do love coaching. Don't take what I'm about to say as if I don't enjoy that. What I've learned is I really love business and marketing and that side of the coaching business. And thus an idea was born. I since then have created a marketing agency. I work almost exclusively with fitness coaches, and I built a whole entire system for them for their marketing. And that takes up time, which means I can't coach as many people. And then, as luck would have it, the whole partnership with James Swanwick and Alcohol Free Lifestyle and Project 90 came to me in an email, his team reaching out to me to see if we could have a meeting to discuss some things. So it was perfect timing, because I was very concerned. It's okay, I have 60-some thousand followers that are following me mostly because of the sobriety content. How am I going to service the audience still? How am I going to help these people if I can't help them? Because I can't coach as many people now because I have essentially 2 businesses at this point. How am I still going to take care of those people? And then how do I also how do I be authentic in the things that I share? I'm not going to just, sorry guys, no more sobriety content. Sorry guys, I'm done caring about sobriety, because that's not the case at all. How do I do all these things? And this thing that I've realized is that my dream's always been to create a big, thriving sobriety community, and to truly, my goal has been and always will be. I want to create a foundation that helps people that can't afford help to get help. Because here in the States, I don't know what it's like in all the other countries in the world, but here in the States, that can actually be an impediment. I mean, if you are in a really lower socioeconomic strata, of course, you could probably get access to some sort of help for free. But if you need a detox or anything like that, and you've found yourself in middle class, you might have priced yourself out of being able to go to detox affordably. Your insurance may or may not cover it. I mean, there's all of these hurdles that exist, and I think that when it comes to addiction, that's something that everybody should be able to get access to. So my goal has always been to create this impact, and then I realized that these are all pieces coming together to where I can build these systems, because the coaching takes time and it has its limits. There are sobriety coaches out there that charge like a really, really insane amount of money for what they do. I'm not one of those coaches, so I don't see myself being able to become independently wealthy to be able to fund a foundation for my sobriety coaching. But doing marketing for other people, that's something that becomes realistic. That's a goal that can actually be attainable, and then that money can be put in towards that foundation. So I still get to work the sobriety end, but then I get to work what I'm really passionate and interested in at this point, which is business and marketing. So these are changes that I haven't been public about because I wasn't sure how everything was going to work. I didn't know how to make all the puzzle pieces fit. I just knew that something had to change. And now that I have a better understanding of what this looks like, it made sense to go ahead and come on here live and discuss it. I'll probably make a written post that talks about it at some point in the future. But the reality is that I don't have as much time to coach clients. Of course, I will continue to service the clients that I've had, and I talk to all of them. They know that that's still a reality. Like I said, I have a much stricter limit on the number of clients I will take on personally now as far as the coaching, but I have somebody that will service the community outside of that. I don't intend to stop making sobriety content. I will still post sobriety content on a regular basis. There will just be some peppering of me and like me as a person, like what I am interested in. No, for anyone that's concerned about it, it's not going to become political. It's not going to become about religion. Like that's none of those things are things that I think that exist or should exist in the messages that I share. But I think that it is important for me to share a little bit of who I am, because in many ways, I like I said before, I feel as though everyone thinks I'm very one-dimensional. And it's not even so much that I care about what other people think about me, but the reality that I feel one-dimensional, and I want to be able to talk about some of the things that are of interest to me on this platform. So I feel like there will be a little bit of a transition, and there may be some people that don't like that shift, and I am in advance apologizing to anybody who doesn't like the idea that I may have other things that I want to talk about besides sobriety, but like that's just it. But I also feel like there are members of my audience that are interested in business or marketing, people that do own small businesses or even work for small businesses or whatever it might be. But those are topics that people are interested in. I'm interested in, and I think that I'm doing myself a disservice by not sharing the things that I'm interested in with people, because I find it to be very interesting. See how many times I can say interest and interesting in one live. But that's where we're at, and I just wanted to get everybody caught up to speed. And while I'm on here, if anybody has any questions, I'll always answer sobriety-related questions, even if it's on a post that has nothing to do with sobriety. I'm here to service the community. It has not stopped being my mission. There are just other things that I'm doing as well now at this point. So I just want to let everyone know that I'm still here for you, regardless of the content that you might catch. And if you need help, feel free to reach out. If I can help you, I will. If I can't help you because I can't take on more clients, I have somebody that can help you. That's where we're at. So now that everybody's up to speed, I'll stay on here for a few moments. Any comments, questions, concerns that you might have, anything I can do to help you, please let me know. That's what I'm here for. It's been a really interesting journey. I've learned so much. I did marketing in the past, but I've not had this kind of experience where I took my own profile from like 0 to 60,000 followers in like 2 years. That's a new and different experience for me. I couldn't have had that in the corporate marketing world because you don't do this. You're not doing the personal branding type stuff. And that's where I feel like I need to shift, because personal branding this is me as a person. There's these whole aspects of me that just don't exist, and I want to include them now in me and my content and on my profile. I want to be able to be just a guy who does, yes, help people get sober, but I'm not just the sober guy. I'm other things too. If you were to come over to my house for dinner, you would find out that I do not talk about sobriety at all over the dinner table. Like, it's not a topic of conversation that we have. It's not something that I even really have with the people around me in my neighborhood or my friends or family. I don't talk about work. It is work, right? That I do enjoy, but it is still work. That being said, like, I don't have any comments coming in, no questions from anybody. So I think I'll probably go ahead and get off here. If anybody does have any questions or comments, feel free to shoot me a message. I'm always around for any of that. Thank you guys for being a part of the community. I really enjoy having you guys here and enjoy being able to have this platform, hosting this platform, and being able to have an impact in people's lives. And until the next time I am live, which I intend to actually do more often, it won't always be sobriety related. I do want to talk about other things, like I said. So we'll see you guys on here at some future period. Have a great day.